I am resentful at myself. I have fear I can't get anything done. I have fear I'm a loser. I have fear I'm tired. I have fear I'm tired of myself. I have fear work is kicking my ass. I have fear it's getting in the way of my free time. I have fear I won't get anything done today. I have fear I wasted the whole day. My name is Kevin Toohey, and I am your Warrior Spirit Guide. Today, I want to tell you how to face your fears and kill them with a pen. 32 years ago, someone told me that fear means false evidence appearing real. That means it's not happening right now. Fear takes me out of the present moment. I'm not talking about the kind of fear of sharks, swim in the water, fear of a shark. I'm talking about other fears, or fear like when someone puts a gun in your face. I'm talking about fear of how I look, fear I'm a coward if I don't take this gun from this guy, or fear if people find out I got robbed, they're gonna think I'm a wuss. These other fears. Um, Fear gets in the way of being here now, of being in the present. And when I write them down with a pen, something happens. Something magical happens. Even though this is a scientifically proven exercise, when I write down my thoughts and feelings on paper, I get relief. And it relieves stress. What is stress? Stress is fear. What's anxiety? Anxiety is fear, right? And when I write them down on paper, they get removed. That's been my experience for the last 31 years. Does that mean I ever see them again? No. But in this moment, like fear I'm a loser, I've had that plenty. All my life, I've had that fear. But when I clear it away right now, it's not bothering me. It's really interesting. Just writing that one line down right now, it's not bothering me right now. I'm not thinking that. I'm not thinking about it right now. And that I have the power to make this video. And the Warrior Spirit Guide that I started is to show people how to get the courage to face their fears and get the power to do the things you want, and to find out that your fears are false, that it is false that it is appearing real, that I'm not my fears. And a lot of these fears are from childhood. Fear of how I look, fear of how I sound, fear people are going to reject me, people aren't going to like me. These are all childish fears that I've had my whole life, but I am not as troubled as I am now as I was 32 years ago. And I'm less self-conscious. And I care less about what people think. Do I care what people think? Yes, but not to the degree that I used to, where it kept me from getting out of bed, or from leaving the house, or from opening my mouth. And famous Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, the only thing to fear is fear itself. And a popular movie right now says, fear is the mind killer. And I agree with both of those statements. Because when the fears get removed, I'm not troubled. Okay, I got bills due. My rent's due. So what's my fear? I fear if I don't pay my rent, I'm going to be evicted. I'm going to be homeless. So it's not the problem. It's my fears about the problem that are bothering me. And it's amazing that when I get this pen out and kill those fears on paper and write them down, it's magic. And I highly encourage you to get a pen and paper and to try it out yourself. And the reason I write it in this format, I am resentful at blank, because I have fears, because you can't have resentment without fear. I'm pissed off because I have fear of something, right? I'm pissed off right now because I'm tired. I fear how I look on this video. I fear how I sound in this video. I fear people aren't going to watch this video, right? So those are the fears, right? The problem isn't making the video. The problem is what keeps me from making the video is all those fears, and they block me. They block me from doing anything. Just like fear of having trouble at work will keep me from waking up in the morning, from keep me from hitting the alarm, and from sleeping and being late because I don't want to go to work because of all these fears. Fear of having problems with my boss, or having problems with coworkers, or having a disagreement with customers, for example. So, uh, you know, when I was growing up, I had resentment at women because they rejected me. I thought they didn't like me. I thought I wasn't attractive. I had fear I wasn't attractive. I fear I wasn't good looking. I fear I was stupid. I fear how I sounded. I fear they didn't take me seriously. And I blamed them for my problem, right? The problem wasn't the women. My problem is how I felt about myself. And in taking these fears, I got the power to talk to women. I got the power to find out I'm not the problem, and they're not the problem. The problem is fear. And I can get them removed and get the power to talk to women with confidence and with power. Even in my relationship now, I might be resentful at my partner because I might think she's not listening to me, or she's judging me, or she's criticizing me, or I think that she does. I'm not good. I'm not doing enough for the relationship, or I'm not good enough. And all these fears are childish fears that I've had, you know, for childish fears from childhood. But even though they still bother me now, I can clear them away in this moment, and they get removed. And to find out that they're not true, that my partner is listening to me, that I am doing the best I can, I am good enough, and I'm not getting rejected, even though it might feel like it, because when I have fear, that's what I'm seeing with. It's like the brain controls everything. It's like it controls your eyes. You see, you see what you think about. You hear about these Olympic athletes. They visualize, doing their sport so they can get a gold medal. By the same token, if you visualize all the stuff that happened to you in the past, and it can get in the way, because that's what you're seeing. That's what you're hearing. That's what you're seeing. That's what you're thinking. When it's upon you, and by clearing it away, by writing it down, it gets removed. And it's work. It is work. And I really want to challenge you to get a pen and paper and try it out yourself. Just think, who am I pissed off about? And not just, I'm pissed off at this person because I have fear they hurt my feelings. What are the other fears? I have fear they think they're better than me. I have fear they are better than me. I have fear I'll never amount to anything. I have fear we'll never be friends. I have fear there's nothing I can do about it. All those fears beneath that resentment, right? Versus just one. You think it's just one thing, but then I find out, oh my God, there's more. And but they're about me. They're not even about the other person. So it's really interesting. And that's why I call the shit list part of the daily journey inward. I'm doing it on a daily basis. It's a daily journey, and it's like I keep my foot on the gas by doing this every day. When I don't do it every day, I take my foot off the gas and I stop moving. The daily journey inward. It's a journey. It's an adventure. And it's uncomfortable sometimes. It's uncomfortable looking at myself. It's uncomfortable admitting maybe they're right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm deluded. Maybe it's me. It's me that's, it's my old ideas. It's my beliefs that are getting in the way of my relationships, of my business, of whatever it is I'm trying to do, trying to write a book, trying to do this course. But my fears are getting in the way. And, people deal with fear, stress, anxiety in different ways. They eat, sex, exercise, religion, staying busy, doing busy work, even losing themselves in groups, in their friends, taking care of other people. I'm not saying those things are bad, but there are ways that people trying to cope. Everybody's trying to cope. Medication, drugs. Again, I'm not putting a value judgment on this thing. I'm just saying these are what people are doing. These are things I have done. I am a recovered alcoholic. I've got ADHD, so I know about getting distracted. I know about procrastination. And it used to really frustrate me. Procrastination is one of those words is like, it's like, how do I get out of that? How do I stop doing that? It's maddening. And I have learned so much that I took a 16-week ADHD course through the VA. I'm a veteran. I'm an Army veteran. And it was really funny. At the end of the course, they said, and a lot of courses I've taken, they say the same thing at the end. We encourage you to get a pen and paper and to write down when you're troubled, what's bothering you, what's in the way, what's getting in your way, and to meditate. And it's amazing because that's part of my daily journey inward. I write and meditate every day. And it makes a huge difference because after doing all this work of writing this stuff down, I need some rest, and meditation gives me that. And also, in meditation, gives me a chance to think about all the stuff I've written, or think about the stuff I want to do now that that stuff's been removed. And because these days it's so easy, especially with social media, to get lost in doom scrolling and to get lost on the internet, looking for people to agree with my beliefs and ideas. And just some of them don't work anymore. Some of them, they just don't work anymore. Like misogyny, the hatred of women, or bigotry, the hatred of people, racism, the hatred of different races. I've had those beliefs and ideas growing up, and they don't work anymore. They didn't work then, but for some reason I thought they would protect me from the pain of being rejected by women or not fitting in with other people. And by doing this work, I got more power to communicate and to have less fear about how I look and to have connections with my partner and everybody I come in contact with. Everybody, because I'm not looking at people with these old ideas and these judgments. I'm able to look at them with new eyes and a clearer mind, not with a bunch of baggage and blame of that they're doing something to me. Because as long as anyone is doing something to me, I can't get free. As long as someone's to blame about what they're doing to me, it's a trap. I'm stuck. It's bondage. It's prison. There's no way out until I take responsibility. What's in me? What's inside me? What are my fears? Fear that I'm not as good as they are. Fear that maybe it's me. Fear that maybe I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to talk to women, or I'm afraid to talk to these people because I don't understand them, or it's the unknown, or they're different than me. And find out, we're all the same. Everybody's got fear and resentment. I noticed I seem to have them to a larger degree than other people. And that's why part of the reason I drank is alcohol anesthetized my fears. And they gave me some relief temporarily, but they did. That's how I coped. And I also coped by drawing. Before I started drinking, when I was a child, I drew, and that got me out of my head. And reading comic books, that got me out of myself, and I was able to lose myself in them. And I still read comic books, but I enjoy them now. I'm not, I can lose myself in them, but I still can deal with all the other stuff going on the planet Earth. And if something bothers me, even reading the news these days, it's troublesome. Has it ever not been troublesome, stuff going on in the world? But I can get free of my fears about it. Fear that I can't do anything about it. Fear, that I'm doomed. Fear this, and just being kind, just getting free of my fears, being kind to another being is something I can do, is valuable, because then other people say, hey, it's not a horrible world. It's not a completely terrible world. There's good people and kind people and people who, everybody needs help. Everybody needs a friend. Everybody needs love and compassion and kindness, me included. And so, I like the idea of, being a special agent, warrior spirit, killing my fears with a pen, because it's in a kind of an abstract concept. I don't want to hurt anybody, but I love the idea of I don't have to hurt anybody, especially myself, to get free of what's troubling me, free of what's bothering me, old ideas that have been on me all my life. And I'm still working on how to communicate without resentment, how not to get stuck in anger or rage or resentment, how to get free of it so that I can have amends with people I've not talked to in years, or people, whatever, people I'm pissed off just in yesterday. Maybe someone cut me off, or someone looked at me sideways. I don't like the way they talk to me. I can get free of that and keep moving and not be stuck in it, because there's people, you know, maybe even yourself, stuck in resentment about something that happened years ago, and it's can't get free of it. And I've been there. I've had stuff like that for years. Even doing this work, because some ideas are older than others, especially feeling like, revenge, or, feeling like injustice. Someone's done something to me, and, they're wrong, whatever, just the injustice of it all. And I can't, right or wrong, real or imagine, I got to get free of this stuff so I can keep moving on my life. So I'm not going to be able to have a happy relationship, or enjoy work, or enjoy my hobbies, if I'm too busy stuck in resentment, stuck in fear. And so many people are. And so I hope this was helpful. And I want to offer a free call, free 30-minute conversation or consultation. I'd love to hear from you. Please like and subscribe to the Warrior Spirit Guide if you like what you're hearing, you want to hear more. If there's anything, any man, I'm here to help men. I love women, but I'm in a relationship, so that can get entangled and confusing. So I just want to help men, and hopefully there's women out there getting help. But I'm here to help men. And so if there's any man that wants to reach out and talk to me about what I'm talking about, or wants me to address anything else, or has any questions about relationships, I've been on this planet 58 years. I have a lot of experience in life experience, and I've been married, I've been divorced, I've had plenty of relationships, I've had plenty of jobs, I've lived in plenty of places, and I know more about how not to do it than how to do it. So please feel free to ask, because I'm happy to. It feels good sharing experience, and that not all the mistakes I've made are for nothing. And so I want to help men, because we need help. I just want to finish on this. I never heard a guy or a man say that they had fear. Men are not supposed to cry. We're not supposed to say, I have fear. We can say I'm pissed off or all this kind of stuff, but wow, or to say I'm scared, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying I have fear, I'm going to die alone. I have fear, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I have fear, it's all too much. I relate to those fears, I feel like that. It's not like I felt like, I have felt like that. And when the chips are down and when I'm having a bad day, those thoughts come through my head. I'm sick of it all. What's the use? What's the point? What's the purpose? All that kind of stuff. But I just want to say that you can get free of it. Please get a pen and paper and give it a shot. I'm resentful at what? Because I have false evidence appearing real. And write those fears down. Even if there's no resentment in connection with them. I have fear I'm lonely. I have fear I don't know what to do. I have fear I'll be rejected. All those fears, and you might be surprised that you feel better at the end of it. And some people say by writing it down it makes it real. But that's not true, because you're already thinking it. It's already real in here, isn't it? It's already bothering you, so you're already making it real. But by writing it down, I get to see it in black and white, that really it's not as bad as I thought. And one thing that also helps me is confiding in someone and sharing this with someone. It makes a big difference when you get to share this with someone that I trust and confide in, who's been through this. And I will address that in the next video. So have a great day. I look forward to being with you on this daily journey inward. Thanks again. Please again, like and subscribe to my channel, The Warrior Spirit Guide. And thanks again. Have a great day. And I look forward to writing with you. See ya.